Greetings everyone, I'm Ida Jones, your professor for eMBA215, the Regulatory and Ethical Environment of Business. I wanted to take just a few minutes to introduce myself and to explain the structure of the class before we meet in person next week. The main textbook for the course is Bagley's Managers and the Legal Environment. We'll read and discuss, with varying degrees of intensity, chapters 1 through 13 and much of chapter 34. The other book, The Big Thirst, highlights the focus issue for the course, sustainability as it is embodied in water law and water policy. You'll mostly discuss this book online on Blackboard and in groups to which you've been randomly assigned. We'll also spend some time discussing the book in class. You will be able to access Blackboard a few days before class begins. Another essential for this class is the CourseMate supplement to the Bagley textbook. The instructions to access this supplement are briefly shown here on this slide and are also in the syllabus and the email. CourseMate is where you find the quizzes, and it includes the ebook version of the textbook plus the publisher's PowerPoint slides. You need to register, add your access code, and add the course code so that I can see your quiz scores. So what happens during each class meeting? Well, each class period is structured the same. Each class will begin with a short survey about how much time you use to complete the coursework and any questions about the class readings and assignments. You have quizzes on 3 chapters each week. In class, I'll give you additional time to complete the quizzes for that week. They will be completed by 8:30, so you'll still want to start early, but at least you have a little additional time just in case. We'll spend most of the class on a combination of things. These include discussions, mini lectures, that's mini as in short, not as in quantity, and an individual and group work that you will turn into Blackboard by 6 o'clock each day. My pedagogical style is based on educational research that there are multiple ways to learn. So in addition to reading, we discuss many case scenarios. In the picture you can see active learning and how the classroom may seem messy because there's so many things going on. This may be different than the other courses that you've taken in this program. The class will end at 3 o'clock with another survey, a post-class survey to identify what topics you found interesting and relevant, and to identify any questions that remain after the class. Class ends early in part to account for the time you will spend in online discussions during the week. I've emailed you a draft of the syllabus. It is long and it may seem like I've thrown in everything but the kitchen sink. So take a seat and relax before you begin reading it. Well, maybe don't go to sleep as the woman in the picture has done. However, it's long because I've included information for nearly all of the assignments for the course. Those include the quizzes, the online discussion assignments, in-class class participation, ICCP, and the final project. Please read it carefully, and of course I'll answer syllabus questions either by email or also on the first day of class. So, who am I? Well, the image gives you a little bit of information. I am a bookworm. Yes, I still read books, although mostly I read them on my iPad. I like nature. You've seen that in the background picture for the slides. And I've used the Apple here because I'm an Apple user. I use an iPad, iPhone, and an iMac, although I can and do use a PC as well. I've been teaching at Fresno State for 30 years. I teach BA18, the undergraduate course on business law, eMBA215, and eMBA215, which you're taking now. I also teach BA179, a sports marketing law class. I am a licensed attorney in New York and in California. However, I am on inactive status. I haven't practiced law in a long time. I love sci-fi, especially Star Trek, portrayed here in one of the versions. That is one of the first. I took this picture when I visited the Star Trek exhibit in the Smithsonian many years ago. And I just watched the most recent Star Wars movie. I loved it, although I hear that there are many who were disappointed. I'm a grandmother with 4 children and 4 grandchildren, 2 of each of whom live with me. I'm also a Raiders fan, followed by being a Steelers fan. But I won't hold it against you too much if you're not a fan of either team, or even of football. I look forward to seeing you in class.